kick off week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Oh, and now some space to operate. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Nick Chubb. They'll walk away in for a Miami touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
A throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Don't jump. Ready?
Now Fields. And he fires one incomplete. And you look at this defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
To throw is Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly...
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory, look, I'm all for being unconventional.
Nico Collins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Here we go, side.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
That is caught. And he's going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Green knight, knight.
They'll give to Barkley out of the gun. Got a good stiff arm and some space to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 on a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 24 yards. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Going out wide, finds Chubb. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them, but I like where this game is.
Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Don't jump. Ready? Get high.
A first down carry for Barkley. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 67 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here we go. 319, good shot.
From the gun, here's Fields. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's second and 10.
Jump clear. Green 19, good shot. 11.
Back to throw. Fields. This one goes out wide for Barkley. So the completion good for just 3. And now third down and 6 to go.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Oh, it's no good. Carlson pushed it to the right. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and start working away from it. And it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. In motion right, that's Collins. Play action, here's Hurts. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Cortland Sutton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talk this about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Here's a diving catch right side. 11 yards for number 11.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That was Terrell Bernard navigating his way to the backfield and dropping him for a loss. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here we go, son. 319, get that. Angel. Tonight.
From the 50, here's Fields. Oh, and that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Fields now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson.
And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
319, right tonight. Hey, Ken. Hey, 551.
They snap it to Fields. That's taken in by Golden.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. They begin this drive with Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 89 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hurts.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Hill. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the Bills' 8-yard line.
Great. Set. All right, everyone. 73. Tiger Hornet. Hey, Silver. King.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Third and 3.
Good. Crowd left Yeti. All right, everyone. Hey, 73. Crowd left Yeti.
Throwing is Hurts.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins.
George Pickens.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes.
Gano the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Bills 7.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Here we go. All right.
They'll
start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 86 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Off play action. Fields. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills get a bit closer. Carlson down to add the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Hurts to throw. The pass caught by his running back, Nick Chubb. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead. Gano for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Hey, here we go tonight.
Fields. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here we go. 58, 58,
Barkley, inside handoff. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
319, go.
Here's Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Now it's Fields. And this one is incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, Fields eluding the pressure right. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Darius Slayton as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. 3-19. Good. Nine.
Wanted to get with Barkley on second down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here we go. 3-19. Good.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the 25 on second down, Hurts. And it's too tall for his receiver. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On third down, he'll drop the throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Here's Smith to return it.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, Ken.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? Up. Let's go. 222. Go.
Now Fields.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, Ken.
To the air again, Fields.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the 2nd half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw is Fields.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Over the middle, he's got Golden. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Bills, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Flush to his right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 on the scramble there, and it'll leave him with a second and just a couple of inches.
It's second and inches at the Dolphins' 36-yard line.
This is Brown going up the middle.
Fighting through, he's got space. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That's good for the Buffalo Bills. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Justin Fields
Keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit.
And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback who might actually keep it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 20. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory.
Now he's into the clear again. Inside the 10.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 60.
And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead.
So he's in for his third score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Got him in. It's Brown. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's caught at the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 50 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Wow. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Justin Fields keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bills are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Carson, up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. And trouble trying to middle here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
63, 63, 63.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Nick Chubb, 35 yards. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A good pickup there at first as a screen pass gets them 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Fields now to throw.
This will be caught by Brown. A gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Fields throwing again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6. Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Great. Anyway,
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Well, Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Here we go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Back.
Here's Fields. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
5-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Buffalo Bills.
Throwing again is Fields. Dancing to his left. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. 2nd and 6.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down.
Fields. They're going right back to Pittman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Steps away to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Fields. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile, we do have an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've took something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Chubb will get the call running left. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to
to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Dolphins, they get back in the win column as they move to